I saw the king eat a human heart. With his bare hands. It was still warm. That moment changed me forever. I never told anyone, not my mother, not my brother, not even the old man who used to whisper things by the fire. Because where I'm from, speaking about the king was like calling death to your doorstep. I was 16 years old, a skinny, quiet boy who did what he was told. My job was to clean the palace compound. I wasn't important. Just one of many servant boys. I swept the courtyard, fetched water, and kept my head down. Our king was called Dondo, the Sun King. He ruled our land, Kuta, for over 3 decades. People said he never aged. His skin stayed smooth, his voice strong, and his eyes sharp like he could see through you. But no one knew much about him. Not really. He didn't have a wife. No children. No counsel. Just guards tall, angry men in red cloth with machetes. They said Dondo was blessed by the spirits. That's why the crops grew, and the rain came on time. But I started hearing whispers from the older servants. Whispers about strange things. Every full moon, drums would beat in the hills behind the palace. Loud, fast, heavy. Animals would cry. The dogs would hide. And in the morning, someone from the village would be gone. Just gone. One day, a boy named Nello, same age as me, disappeared after he delivered palm wine to the king. Another time, it was Mama Solome, the old woman who made medicine. She was there one day, then gone the next. When people asked, the guards just said, they've been taken for royal work. Nobody asked twice. I tried to stay out of it. I cleaned, I ate, I slept. But one night everything changed. It was the night of the red moon. That's what they called it when the moon turned blood-colored. Everyone was told to stay indoors. No fires. No noise. Just silence. But I had forgotten my broom in the main courtyard earlier that day. The guards had been drinking, and I didn't want them to beat me for losing palace tools. So I snuck out after midnight. The palace was too quiet. No crickets. No owls. Just that strange drum beat far away. When I reached the broom, I heard something. A scream. Not a loud one but sharp. Short. Like someone had just been caught. It came from the king's main hut. I should have turned back. But something in me, maybe fear, maybe curiosity, pulled me closer. The guards were gone. Probably busy in the hills. The door to the hut was slightly open. I crept close, and what I saw through the crack still haunts me. The king stood shirtless, covered in sweat, his body shining under the candlelight. On the ground was a man naked, tied with ropes, and bleeding badly. His chest was open. Wide open. Like it had been carved with a knife. Beside the king, there was a wooden bowl filled with hearts, some fresh and red. Some dark like they'd been burned. Then the king picked one up. Looked at it like it was a mango. And bit into it. The sound it made, that soft tear, I still hear it when I'm trying to sleep. I gasped. I didn't mean to. Just a small sound. But the king's head snapped around. I ducked. I crawled fast behind a big clay water pot and stayed frozen. I didn't breathe. I thought I was going to die. I waited there for what felt like hours. I heard him sniff the air like a dog. Then, silence. Eventually, I heard the guards come back, dragging something heavy. The king spoke in a strange voice, low and cold. They cleaned up the hut. I saw them carry the man's body out in a sack. Then they threw ashes on the ground like they were covering blood. I didn't move until dawn. The next morning, I walked out slowly like nothing happened. My legs were shaking. I told no one. That day, I asked the kitchen woman, Auntie Mia, if she knew who the man was. She looked around and whispered, a teacher from the east. Came to ask the king for school supplies. Foolish man. I left the palace that same day. Told my mother I was going to walk by the river with the fisherman. I never went back. I kept my head down, stayed quiet, and tried to forget. But you don't forget things like that. Over the next few years, I heard stories. The king's guards were hunting albinos in the forest. A baby with 6 fingers went missing. They said the king could turn into a bird and fly over villages at night. They said he never slept. One day, the king died. Just like that. They said his heart stopped. No one cried. There were no songs, no ceremonies. Just fear. He was buried in a golden coffin under a mango tree. But that night, thunder cracked loud, and the earth opened up. When we woke up, the grave was empty. Now I'm a grown man. I live far away. I have kids of my own. But sometimes, when the moon turns red and the drums beat faintly in the hills, my hands shake. I close the windows. I don't let my children outside. And I wonder, did he eat enough hearts to become something else? And if he did, is he really gone?